Prostitution in the Philippines is illegal, although somewhat tolerated, with law enforcement being rare with regards to sex workers. Penalties range up to the life imprisonment for those involved in trafficking, which is covered by the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act of 2003, Republic Act No. 9208, assembled on May 12, 2003, and institution policies to eliminate and punish human trafficking, especially women and children, establishing the necessary institutional mechanism for the protection and support of trafficked persons. It aimed to promote human dignity, protect the people from any threat of violence and exploitation, and mitigate pressure for involuntary migration and servitude of person, not only to support trafficked person but more importantly to ensure their recovery and rehabilitation and reintegration into the mainstream of society. Prostitution is a form of sexual exploitation and violence against women and girls and a human rights violation. It is an exploitative system that commodifies, objectifies, and dehumanizes women, men, and children who are being sold within the system. It reinforces the subordinate status of the more vulnerable individual who are more often women and children, especially young girls, as it serves the instant sexual gratification of the more privileged clientele who are mostly male. Different from exploitation or prostitution exists like street solicitations, brothels, racket barco, message parlors, and escort services, sex tourism, cyber sex, local international sex trafficking. The most commonly underlying cause of primarily sustains prostitution is demand.
Hi everyone, I am AilaAlonzo from BS Pharmacy student of Universidad de Zamboanga. Today, we will be talking about prostitutions and we will conduct an interview to some of my fellow students. So, let's go. Hi guys! Hi! Can I ask you some questions?
Yes.
What is your name?
Akira.
What course are you taking? How old are you?
20.
Oh, so since you are legal and as a medical student, what is your opinion about prostitution should not be made legal and why?
For me, prostitution should not be legalized. Although there are some agree, but who oppose us fail to realize decriminalization is as it was at is most commonly used and understood. Decriminalization is lessening of criminals. Penalties is really relation to certain act. Prostitution also means allowing pimping and sex buying, other owning, and this is not the way forward unless we want to make it easier for the men who run the global sex trade to make more money out of the woman's bodies, and that's my opinion for prostitutions.
How about you? What is your name?
My name is Rebelina.
What course are you taking up?
BS Nursing.
So for you, are you agree that prostitution should not made illegal?
As a medical student, I am highly disagreed about prostitution because legalizing prostitution would lead to increases in sexually transmitted such as AIDS, because we all know that AIDS is very rampant nowadays, and also global human trafficking and violent crime including rape and homicide. They contend that prostitution is inherently immoral, commercially exploitative, empowers the criminal underworld, and promotes the repression of women by men. That's why prostitution should not be made legal.
We all know that prostitution is illegal here in our country, although it is widely practiced. Also, prostitution is against the law of God and the law of human, and it could be violence against women. Poverty is the main reason why we have a lot of prostitutes. But for me, it is not a valid reason for you to engage in such activities. There are many ways that could help you and sustain you in your daily life.